Yo, yo, we back. We back on the first day after a 3-day break. We back and we got some breaking news. We got a developing news story in Anthony Joshua, and we will get into it right now. But I think that before we even start the stream, moment of silence for Anthony Joshua's fallen friends who died in this car crash in Nigeria. All right, moment of silence has commenced. Give me a couple more minutes while I'm setting up here. And everybody go ahead and like the stream and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, if you haven't already liked the stream, go ahead and take care of that right now. Much appreciated. We got James Rodriguez in the chat right now saying the Matrix got him. You know, I've been hearing a lot of that. I've been hearing a lot of that narrative. I don't know how true all that stuff is, but, you know, that is probably one of the most, how do I say it? One of the most brought up, uh, whatever you call it, scenarios. That's one of the most frequently brought up scenarios. There we go. If you want my raw reaction, I don't think it's necessarily the Matrix, you feel me? But people are equating it to Francis Ngannou, his son passing away after fighting AJ, after getting the bag, calling it a sacrifice, calling AJ's friends passing away a sacrifice. If you guys aren't familiar with the whole thing yet, I will familiarize you with it. And James saying I am just joking around, LOL. No, that's fine, James, but a lot of people are on that same tip as you. See, look, and I don't think everyone's necessarily joking. That's why I drew attention to your comment, because we got people saying blood sacrifice shouldn't have tangled with Paul for entertainment. Stick to the sport of boxing, brother. Jake Paul needs to be investigated. When you join the cult of entertainment and lie to the world, there's a price to pay. And then someone else saying Ngannou had to lose his kid for the bag too. Nasty stuff, man. So lots of these comments. James, you are not the only one, homie. Don't even trip. I ain't judging. I ain't judging. But yeah, you say you're joking, so should I believe you? I'm going to just pull up an ESPN.com article as well right now, because they broke down the story as well. They provided a few more details than what other people are providing. Okay, so we have the article pulled up, which we will eventually get into. But I do want to start with the Instagram post and some of the videos. I mean, if you guys are not familiar with this story yet, be careful looking into the story, because there's footage of Anthony Joshua's two friends who passed away laid out in the street after this fatal accident. Now, based off my understanding of it, they were driving in Nigeria. Anthony was in the back driver's side seat. What's crazy is that there's also footage of AJ in the front passenger seat where, you know, one of the two victims got their life taken. So somehow Anthony went from the front passenger seat where one of the guys died in that seat, and he moved in that time frame between this video that surfaced and by the time the crash happened, he had moved into the rear driver's side seat. Crazy, crazy. He just escaped death narrowly. I'm telling you, he was seated in one of the seats where one of the guys lost their life. So it's insane. But basically, one of their tires popped and they skidded into this big ass big rig, and the whole right side, the whole passenger side of the car got totaled, taking 2 lives. Now the 2 lives of the men are Latif, aka Lats, and Sina. We have their last names as well. I guess just to be very respectful to the people who lost their lives. Their names are Kevin Latif, aka Lats Ayodele, and Sina Ghami. So these are the 2 people who lost their life. Turn yourself up a little. Okay, let me turn myself up a little. I mean, is it bad? I mean, I think it's pretty good. If I turn myself up more, the audio might get bad. So I'm gonna just leave it like this, gosh. I think it's good though. If we got any more complaints about audio, let me know, but I think it's pretty good. So yeah, rest in peace to Sina Ghami and Kevin Ayodele. Shout out to Go TSH. Shout out to you, homie. And shout out to everybody tuning in. On you good. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you guys. So let me read this article real quick, or just my report, and then we'll get into the ESPN article. But basically, your audio is fine. Perfect. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So here's the story. Okay, based off the cliff notes I just gave you, here's the full story. Anthony Joshua has survived a fatal car crash in Nigeria just 10 days after his fight with Jake Paul on Netflix, where he is rumored to have made upwards of 90 million. According to ESPN, Joshua was sitting in the back seat when a tire popped on the vehicle, causing the driver to lose control and slam into a stationary car. Now, it wasn't a car, it's a big rig. Video has surfaced of Joshua grimacing in pain as he was pulled from the wreck. According to witness reports, the passenger and person sitting next to Joshua in the back seat both lost their lives. So that is a conflicting report, because people were claiming that what was it? There's another thing that I wrote down here because there was mixed reports. But people are also claiming that where is it? Oh, people were claiming that Sina and Lats were both seated in the driver's side and the passenger side in the front. That's false. They were seated in the passenger side, front, and rear. Okay, so very important to get that, because you will be seeing conflicting results. Now, to finish off this little post, one of the people dead is said to be one of Joshua's friends and personal trainer, Latif, aka Lats. So this was written before news came out that Sina has also lost his life. And we got footage of everything. We got footage of Sina and Lats before their passing, walking through the airport in Nigeria. We got footage of Lats playing fucking ping pong with AJ. If you guys aren't familiar, I mean, shit, I posted this a couple days ago. This dude right here, this is Lats. AJ just posted a picture saying he's back up to 260 with his personal trainer, aka Lats. So this is Lats right here. Crazy that he passed away. Rest in peace, you know. Never take a day for granted, because this dude was full of life just a few days ago, just up until 10 hours ago, 12 hours ago. Full of life. Taken from him in an instant because a tire popped while driving in Nigeria. The driver loses control, crashes into a parked big rig on the side of the road, and it takes his life and it takes Sina's life. But let's review some of the footage. So here's AJ getting pulled from the wreck. Here is the car. So here's the passenger side completely ripped off. Completely ripped off. The passenger rear side completely ripped off. So let's run through this footage. Let me get my headphones on. James says, I didn't know his friends died. Yeah, man, they both died. 2 of his close friends. One is a trainer, and I'm not sure the relationship with Sina. I kind of forget, but I think I got a bookmark somewhere on X. So we will be exploring everything. We got tons of footage to react to right now. So just, sit tight and enjoy, I guess, this news. Don't enjoy it, but I mean, shit, I don't got the right word for it. Sit tight and learn something about this whole situation because there's a lot of stuff to react to right now. Just disgusting, though. I mean, this man with the cell phone, right? Just filming AJ, all kinds of people filming AJ, not even offering a helping hand. It's the world we live in today, guys. It's the world we live in today. Grimacing in pain. Grimacing in pain as people just stand in front of him and film him. Like a zoo animal. Don't touch the zoo animal, you feel me? Crazy. Crazy. These people acting like they're at the zoo right now. And this is a fucking animal to be looking at. Not at all. Put your phones down. Help this man out. Okay. We got more footage. Close-up footage of AJ getting pulled from the wreck. From another one of those people who were filming. And actually, this video, if you come across this video on X, this close-up video, there's an extended version of it. I clipped it off because I don't want to show you the extended version, because the extended version shows his two friends, Sina and Lats, laid out in the street. I mean, it's brutal, man. I don't even know how they got laid out in the street like that. There's no paramedics or no ambulance nearby to the point where these people are pulled from the car and just laid out on the street. But yeah, when the video pans to the guy's feet, he starts walking over and he films, AJ's dead friends. Here's more footage of the accident. Okay. And here's that video I was referring to where AJ was filmed in the front passenger seat. Moments, probably, I don't know how long. There's no way of telling how long before. But this car actually pulls off at the end of the video. So there was a moment in time where they were driving and Anthony was in the front passenger seat. Somehow he moved from the front passenger seat to the rear driver's side seat, effectively saving his life. I mean, for all you God believers out there, I'm a God believer. This is straight God's work. This is God's work right here. And not to say that God, sacrificed his two friends and whatnot, but I'm just saying, the fact that AJ ended up from being in the front passenger seat to the rear driver's side seat and not dying today, maybe God had different plans for AJ because he was in the seat where he could have died. Miracle, coincidence, whatever word you want to use. But just understand, AJ was seated in this seat where one of his friends died moments before the accident happened. See? Same outfit and everything. Shirtless. They're pulling off in the car.
Bros, what did they find?
Oh, okay, so Go TSH is saying, thank you for that insight. Go TSH is saying he's actually put in this vehicle. This is a cop car. He's put in the vehicle after the accident to be taken to the hospital. So my bad on that. My bad on that one. I guess you could forget everything I said before that as far as, you know, the miracle and all that. But yeah, I guess this is AJ then getting put in an ambulance essentially, or a cop car, and he's on his way to the hospital to get tended to his injuries. So my bad about that one. When I was looking at this footage earlier, that was what I thought about it. But go TSH, thank you for the correction. Okay, here's a photo of AJ as well, seated in the back passenger or back driver's side seat. Broken glass everywhere. And here's the car again. So the front of the car is just torn to pieces, bro. Torn up. Like, does this car not have brakes or something? I understand that the tire fucking popped, bro, but shit. This makes it look like they just, you know, the tire popped. No one broke. He just fucking veered off into this big rig. I'm not trying to cast any blame or anything, but I think it's worth mentioning. Okay, so Go TSH is saying that's a security details truck. They were behind him in 2-car convoy. Got you. And I see it right here. I see it right here, Go TSH. So here's that vehicle with the sirens on top of it. I would imagine that this is the vehicle he got into from this right here, because you see the sirens on top. So I would imagine that's the vehicle he eventually got into. He was transported into this one. But yeah, the front of the vehicle torn up. Passenger side, you can't even see it. Front passenger side, not even visible. Rear passenger side, door completely ripped off. And just to go through a few more bookmarks before we read the whole article. Let's read some of these tweets. So this tweet says, see where the truck was parked? AJ and the reckless driver went and hit it right there. See how good the road is. See the distance between the road and where the truck was parked? It had nothing to do with bad road. It had everything to do with overspeeding and losing control of the SUV. It also had nothing to do with the emergency response. They arrived 3 minutes after the incident. They can't rescue those whose skull was smashed due to impact of the vehicle. Okay, so they're calling into question the same thing I just brought up, which is, how does the car get that badly damaged off of a flat tire or a tire that popped? The amount of damage on the vehicle indicates there was no braking, right? Before they veered off into this big rig, there was no braking. They went into that big rig at full speed. That's going to be my assumption, but I think it's a lot of people are assuming that right now, including this person. It had everything to do with overspeeding and losing control of the SUV. So let's take a look here of the, you know, the scene of the crash.
Yeah.
So they hit the back of the big rig.
This is the truck that I want to kill Anthony Joshua for us today. This is the truck. Yeah. And this truck won't kill Anthony Joshua for us. I see this. Yeah.
Okay, so this is just all the footage. You know, make of it what you will. Drop some of your thoughts in the chat. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. More footage circulating online shows heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua in Nigeria following a deadly car crash. Authorities are investigating the incident, and no official details have been released regarding the circumstances of the incident. So let's take a look at this footage as well.
Nobody go carry him. Nobody go carry him. As you can see, this is live video. This is live video. Anthony Joshua. Anthony. Yes, very important. Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua.
So filming AJ inside the car, filming him getting pulled from the wreck. Okay, so here's him getting into the car. So it's proof of what Go TSH told me earlier, which is that AJ was never seated in the front passenger side of the vehicle that got hit. This footage is of him getting into the cop car to get taken to the hospital to get further checked out. But regardless of me being wrong about that, I just want to put it out there that it's still a miracle, in my opinion. It's still God's work, whatever you want to believe in, that AJ was seated in the rear driver's side seat. Because a guy like AJ, you would actually kind of expect him to be in the front passenger side. He's the man, right? The big dog always gets to sit in the front passenger side or drive. But if you're getting driven around, then you're going to be in the next best seat, which is front passenger. Somehow, some way, AJ made a decision to let, I don't know, I think Latif, if I'm not mistaken, Lats was seated next to AJ. So AJ let Sina sit in the front passenger seat for whatever reason. Respect, I don't know what you want to call it. But that decision effectively saved his life. And yes, you know, his friend Sina did pass away. And that's no silver lining. You feel me? But I'm just saying, you know, it's crazy that Anthony Joshua escaped death narrowly just by where he was seated too. It could have been him in that seat. That's all I'm really trying to say. It could have been AJ on the passenger side of that vehicle. Somehow, some way, you know, God had other plans for him. Definitely a miracle he's alive, and I think one or two others also. He seems concussed / confused. Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, people underestimate car crashes. That shit can like realign your spine. You know, you could slip discs from car accidents. So we don't know how badly injured AJ is physically. He's going to have a lot of mental battles to go through, losing his two friends like that. But, you know, he might have some physical injuries he's got to overcome and deal with too. Coming off the momentum of the Jake Paul win, he's been in the gym, he's been training. You know, he's excited, he's eager to get back. He's got to fight with Tyson Fury in 2026. This derails a lot of it. This derails a lot of his future plans. Okay, so before we go on and read more bookmarks, let's read the article from ESPN. Because, you know, ESPN, they're very thorough, and they got resources that we don't have. So let's take a look, see if we can learn something new about it. Everybody like the stream and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Both are very important. I was going to say, but more importantly, like it. But shit, both are very important. Like it and subscribe, either or. I appreciate it. Now let's read the article from ESPN. Anthony Joshua, the two-time former world heavyweight boxing champion from Britain, was hospitalized in a stable condition Monday after being involved in a car crash in Nigeria that killed two people who were close friends and team members, his promoter said. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing said on X that Joshua sustained injuries in the accident and was taken to hospital for checks and treatment, and he will remain there for observation. It named Sina Ghami and Latif Ayodele as the two passengers who had tragically passed away. Photos on social media show Joshua being extricated from a wrecked vehicle while he was wincing in pain. Following through clinical evaluations, medical professionals have confirmed that both patients hospitalized after the incident are stable and do not require any emergency medical intervention at this time. A joint statement by Lagos and Ogun state government said, the Lagos State Commissioner of Information, Gabena Toso, confirmed the accident in a post on X, adding that the government had sent ambulances to the crash site. The crash occurred on a major thoroughfare, the Lagos Ibadan Expressway, which links Ogun State to Lagos, the country's economic capital, at about 11 a.m. local time. Nigeria is the homeland of Joshua's parents. In a statement, Ogun State Police said that Joshua was in the back of the Lexus SUV, that circumstances of the incident were being investigated. The accident happened as a result of a burst tire on AJ's vehicle, which caused the driver to lose control and the vehicle to swerve into the stationary truck parked along the road. Ogun State Police Commissioner Lonray Ogunlowo told ESPN. According to Olusegun Ogunbemide, spokesperson for the Federal Road Safety Corps, preliminary investigations indicated the vehicle was traveling beyond the legally prescribed speed limit on the corridor, lost control during an over, and crashed into a stationary truck, which was by the side of the road. Interesting. Interesting. Let me read that last paragraph again. According to Olusegun Ogunbemide, spokesperson for the Federal Road Safety Corps, preliminary investigations indicated the vehicle was, quote, traveling beyond the legally prescribed speed limit on the corridor, lost control during an overtaking maneuver, and crashed into a stationary truck, end quote, which was by the side of the road. So what does overtaking mean? Let's just get the definition, the official definition, because I think I know what overtaking means. So overtaking and driving means moving past a slower vehicle or road user going in the same direction by moving into an adjacent lane, and usually the left one in right-hand traffic countries, then moving back once safely ahead. So here's a picture of it. Shout out to Tuxedo Mask. Thank you for the $2 dono, homie. Much appreciated and great to see you in the chat. But Tuxedo saying driver was a Jake Paul assassin trying to slime AJ. All right, that's from Tuxedo Mask. But here's the image of an overtaking. Okay, but I want to put it out there that overtakings can also mean, people are completely going outside of the confines of the road to get past someone. This happens on single road highways all the time, right? Where there's one lane and people will go around you to, go faster essentially. So if you're speeding, right, overtaking is a common thing people do, and sometimes they go outside the confines of the road to get past you. Not to say that that's what happened in the incident with AJ, but it's worth noting. We don't know for sure, right? We don't know for sure, but it's worth noting that. Overtaking isn't just an innocent, like going to the right and going in front of them. Sometimes they go off the confines of the road to get past you. You guys know what I'm talking about, but I just want to thoroughly explain it for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about. Let's finish off this article. Joshua beat YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul via 6-round knockout on December 19th, which is what? 10 days ago, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, today's the 29th. In a bout in Miami, which he was using to regain sharpness in the ring. He lost the world heavyweight title in 2021 to Alexander Usyk. Life is much more important than boxing, Jake Paul posted to X. I am praying for the lost lives, AJ, and anyone impacted by today's unfortunate accident. Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu called Joshua in the hospital. I spoke with AJ on the phone to personally convey my condolences over the death of his two associates. The president said on X, I wished him a full and speedy recovery and prayed with him. AJ assured me he is receiving the best possible care. I also spoke with his mother and prayed for her. She was deeply appreciative of the call. No further details on Joshua's condition were given. Hearn had earlier told Daily Mail Sport that he was, quote, away on a family holiday and awoke to the news of this incident. We don't want to speculate on how Joshua is, but thankfully he appears okay from what I have seen in the images, end quote. Joshua briefly went to boarding school in Nigeria at the age of 11. He returned there for the first time in 17 years in 2019 ahead of a fight against Andy Ruiz Jr. He has been in talks to fight fellow Briton Tyson Fury in 2026. All right, so that's the full ESPN article, full ESPN news report. What up, John Dong? What's poppin', homie? So yeah, here's Jake Paul's statement that he released. I just read it to you, so I won't read it again. But I just want to show you officially. This is Jake Paul's statement he released. On top of the one where he named each of the fallen, friends of AJ who lost their lives. So it was nice of Jake to address them by their first and last name and use his platform to get their first and last names out there for the world to know them. I do respect Jake for that. I don't know what people think, if they think that Jake's like clout chasing by issuing a statement and all this stuff, but I respect Jake, issuing a statement and expressing condolences to Anthony and the two people who died's families, as well as them, Sina and Lats. So here's some of the footage. I'll read this caption real quick though. The two people who reportedly passed away in the fatal crash involving Anthony Joshua in Nigeria are said to be his close friends, Latif, aka Lats, and Sina. They were both allegedly sitting in the front seats of the vehicle, but again, these are conflating reports. They were both seated in the passenger side, the front and the back. So take that correction. A video is now circulating of Lats and Sina's final moments arriving in Nigeria before the fatal crash. Badu Jack also seemingly confirmed Lats' death in a post on Instagram. So here's Sina and Lats arriving in the Nigerian airport, or walking through it.
Show you the streets of Nigeria. Olu Sina, the first Iranian ever to step foot in Nigeria.
Hey, 2 times this year as well. That's
So they're joking, the first Arabian to ever touch foot in Nigeria. They're joking. They're in great spirits. Devastating. Rest in peace to Sina and Lats.
crazy. April, December.
That's why you're called Olu Sina now, bro.
Oh, Sina.
And that's the Lexus right there. That's the Lexus right there. They're driving. You feel me? Here's Badu Jack. He said, still in shock. Ina lillahi wa ina lillahi rajiun. May Allah forgive you for your shortcomings and grant you the highest level of paradise. Oopsies. Okay. John Dong asking, just got here. Was it really Joshua's coach who died? Yes, John Dong. His coach and his strength and conditioning coach. Where's the gruesome footage of the dead bodies? Kevin from Chicago, I'll answer that question for you. I got you. I'm not going to show it on here, but if you guys want to know where to find it, I'll show you guys the exact post. Now, there's a lot of more stuff to react to, so we're not even close to done yet. Just so everyone knows, we're not even close to done yet. Give me a second. I'm kind of like not able to find it because I don't want to accidentally show it, but I'm gonna find it. Just give me a second. Not this one.
Make it calm down.
Okay. Okay. It's this one. If you guys want to find it, it's this one. Tommy Robinson, username T Robinson, new era. It's this video right here. It's about halfway through the video. If you guys are interested in seeing it. No, it hasn't been taken down, Kevin from Chicago. It's right here. You can go take a look at it. It's devastating. It's devastating, you know. I mean, if you guys don't want to see it, like, I would recommend you don't necessarily see it. But Kevin from Chicago asked, so if you do want to see it, it's still up on X. Tommy Robinson, username T Robinson, new era, okay? I'm not going to show it on here. It's too much. I'd probably get my channel demonetized or taken down for a little bit. So let's go through some more of these bookmarks, all right? We've been through some of these. Let's look at Latz's story. So Latz got the repost from AJ on his story before he passed away. They were here playing ping pong, just enjoying living life.
I feel like they should do what he's doing nonsense. No, too.
Here they are.
Belief here is concrete. Allah, look at what you done for me. Seriously, look at what he done to me. I wish I could.
Him and AJ praying. I mean, it's a video, so we got to just get to the clip unless he used a photo. Yeah, here him and AJ are praying in a mosque. And I mean, let's go to AJ's. Why would he tag his dick? That's crazy. You know, I ain't even trying to joke around, but it's like I go to fucking find AJ and it's tagged down here. You're insane, homie. Much love to Latz. I'm just playing. So this is all that's on AJ's story. Okay. But I'm gonna just go through each bookmark. Oh, you know what? Let's listen to this news report. It's a 2-minute little news report. Let's see what they got to say. From CNN, so take it with a grain of salt. We all know CNN. But Larry Madawo captioned this post, and he says Anthony Joshua's car was speeding and lost control while overtaking and rammed into a stationary truck. Nigerian authorities say 2 unnamed foreigners with him were killed. The British-Nigerian boxer posted a video playing table tennis with his personal trainer shortly before. Let's hear what this news report got to say. CNN. And then Kryptonite Black saying, with AJ with all of his wealth needs to never visit Nigeria again. I've been seeing a lot of people saying that.
Joshua has been hurt in a car crash in Nigeria. Police there report that 2 people died. Joshua's injuries are reported to be minor. CNN correspondent Larry Madawo is tracking the story for us. So, Larry, what have you learned?
Well, we're learning that he was driving in this Lexus SUV in the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. This is a popular route for many people coming out of the Nigerian commercial capital. And 2 foreigners were killed in this road crash, according to Nigerian authorities. They were allegedly speeding and overtaking dangerously when this happened. Video shared widely on social media shows Anthony Joshua being pulled out of the back of this SUV. He's in pain.
Real quick.
Social media shows and overtake crash. According to Nigerian authorities, they were allegedly speeding and overtaking dangerously when
Speeding and overtaking dangerously. Overtaking is you know, it's a dangerous thing to do in general. That term isn't just thrown around as like an innocent way of driving. You know, when you say someone's overtaking people on the freeway, generally speaking, it's because they're speeding. And like I said, sometimes that even indicates that they went outside the confines of the road to get past you. On any single lane freeway, you've seen it a million times.
this happened. Video shared widely on social media shows Anthony Joshua being pulled out of the back of this SUV. He's in pain, and there's people gathered around the scene. He was taken into another car, and he's now receiving treatment, said to be responding well to treatment at hospital. The identities of the two people who were killed in this has not been made public yet, but Anthony Joshua has previously said in social media posts that his granddad lives in Ibadan, so that is this drive that he's probably making to this location when this happened. We've also seen video of the crash scene posted by the Nigeria Public Safety Agency showing this stationary truck that they're believed to have crashed into, that again the agency says that was well parked on the side of the road. A lot of questions still. We haven't seen any statement yet from Anthony Joshua, from his management yet. People just following, happy that he's doing well, but wondering about the identities of those who were killed and what could be following.
And so I'm not exactly sure, but this does look like a single lane road, right? It looks like people are coming down this way. Just follow me here. It looks like people are coming down this way, but it also looks like someone's driving this way too. I don't know if it looks like that's the rear. No, maybe that's a rear view mirror right there. Maybe that is a rear view mirror. Okay, so it's a one-way road with 3 lanes. I think it's coming this way actually. I'm just trying to figure it out in real time with you guys. So initially I thought it might have been this big car is going the opposite way. So it was a single lane highway, but it looks like it's a 3-lane highway.
Happy that he's doing well, but wondering about the identities of those who were killed and what could have been the cause of this accident, Wolf.
Do we know if he was wearing a seatbelt and the others were not wearing seatbelts?
That is one speculation at this stage, that he could have been wearing a seatbelt when the
seatbelts don't matter. You guys seen it. You guys seen it. The whole passenger side of the vehicle got totaled. Absolutely wrecked. So, I mean, maybe AJ wearing a seatbelt did save him a little bit, but, you know, whether his friends were wearing seatbelts or not, that had nothing to do with it, in my opinion.
The others were not. Again, we don't know for sure. We have not seen the inside of this video as yet. It's very early in this investigation. He was seated at the back of the SUV when this accident took place, and the pictures and video of the car that they were traveling in looks very mangled. It's in a bad state, and it's believed that the 2 who were killed could have been sitting at the front of the vehicle, so faced the worst impact during this crash, Wolf.
Horrible situation. All right, Larry.
See how there was conflating reports? Initially, it was believed that the 2 people who passed away were sitting in the front of the vehicle, but it's come out that they were both seated on the passenger side of the vehicle. Car was caved in. Definitely Kevin from Chicago. We got Miata Boy in the chat saying, praying for AJ. Prayers up for AJ. That's why we started the stream with a moment of silence. And, you know, prayers up for the people's families who lost their loved ones. Alessandra Maya saying Jake had nothing to do with this. I mean, of course Jake had nothing to do with this. You feel me? Bane saying Joshua was driving. No, Bane. Joshua was in the rear driver's side seat. Miracle that he was sat in the correct seat like that. Absolute miracle. M Gal shouting at my Obey hoodie. Shout out to you, homie. Much love. And then Tom Berry saying they looked like they were ejected. Yeah, honestly, maybe they got pulled from the vehicle. Maybe they did. I don't know. But that's a good analysis, Tom Berry, because they were laid out in the road like that, right? So whether people put them there and dragged them out of the vehicle, so to speak, or if they got ejected from the vehicle, we don't know. Otto saying, yo, what up? I hope you're having a great one out there. And yeah, it sucks why I heard about the accident. What up, Otto? I'm having a great one, homie. Hope you are too. And yeah, man, this is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. It's not even like, I think, you know, naturally you want to celebrate Anthony Joshua surviving, but it came at the cost of his 2 friends dying. You know, so there's no silver lining in this. Absolutely no silver lining in this. It's just a very sad, unfortunate, tragic situation.
Ramadolo, thank you very much for that update. The British.
Okay. Now let's take a look at some more things. We got a lot of stuff to take a look at here. So what Anthony Joshua's car looks like after the accident. So let's take a look at that. Has the driver been charged with reckless driving from Kryptonite Black? I mean, not that I know of. Not that I know of. I'm sure they're gathering details right now, and that could be, you know, something coming in the near future. That's why this is a developing news story. Kryptonite Black. It's a developing news story. So there's more details almost guaranteed to come out soon. And we will be going live again when that time comes. So the driver survived. Go TSH. Based off my understanding of everything, yes. It was the people sat in the passenger side of the vehicle, in the front and the back. Uber driver, Kevin from Chicago, says, I don't think so, because this Lexus, this is the same vehicle that picked him up from the airport. I don't think they're Ubering around. I think it's a driving service of some kind. A driving service of some kind. I don't know. Honestly, Kevin, I don't know. There's a lot of different things that could have happened, right? AJ could have employed a driving service. AJ could have rented the vehicle and his friend was driving him. I honestly don't know. But being that this is the same car that picked him up from the airport, I don't think that it was an Uber. That's what I will say. Tom Berry says, I doubt they had the jaws of life in that area to get the crushed car open right away. Another one. You know, I don't know. But you would think that they have the jaws of life over there in Nigeria too. Unless they don't got that type of technology. But let's take a look at the crashed or the totaled vehicle afterwards. Let's get rid of this audio. So just absolutely totaled, man. Ripped off. The roof ripped off. Both doors ripped off. Airbags deployed. You can see them right here. Absolutely totaled. AJ in the vehicle. The vehicle that they had hit. Look at this. Part of the roof or something of the car is just hanging off this vehicle. Doors off. Arm. Oh my gosh, that's an arm right there. That's an arm. Oh my gosh, this is a body. The door is covering the dead body. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I mean, I can't be showing that stuff on here. But I didn't even know, bro. I didn't even know. But if you guys saw what I just saw, you might be shook. I mean, you could just rewind the stream. It's right there. It's right there. You can see it. Kevin from Chicago says, people were talking about AJ's muscles is why he survived. Nah, he was on the right side of the truck. Correct. Correct. Man. Okay, so here's a diagram, or this is from ACD MMA, saying a diagram has been released showing the Anthony Joshua crash impact. The two passengers to one side of the vehicle took most of the impact and died. Anthony Joshua and the driver on the other side narrowly avoided death. So this is what happened. Looks like they hit impact right here. The car skidded out, and you know, I don't know what ensued after that, but they hit impact on the back of this, and they continued skidding out because they were speeding. I don't know what happened to the passengers after they made contact with this vehicle. I don't know if they were ejected when they passed away, but it appears that this contact right here resulted in the whole car getting totaled completely. There's still potential that they hit another car after hitting this fucking parked big rig. Now, for the people speaking about a Matrix attack, you know, this isn't a narrative that I'm backing, but I'm sure there's some people watching right now who are interested in hearing about the Matrix attack theories. So I'll give it to you. We can listen to this real quick. This is HS Tiki Taki, two streamers, and Ed Matthews. They're not the smartest tools in the shed, you feel me? But we can hear what they got to say.
Seen what happened to AJ today? That was mad.
Do you know what I find
Well, I
weird?
looked on the Instagram of two of his mates that passed away as well, bro.
Do you know what I
Sad.
find weird? Do you not think it's like a bit strange after a huge fight like that? Like, what if he didn't follow the script?
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is, what if there was hundreds of millions?
See him holding his fingers like Andrew Tate. I mean, these guys are like distastefully trolling after AJ lost two of his close friends. Distastefully trolling.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is, what if there was hundreds of millions involved and the script didn't go to plan?
What, are you suggesting a Matrix agent?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's a bit suspicious, you know.
It could very well have been the Matrix. R.I.P. to his friends, though. Real talk.
Good timing, but yeah, for real. Rest in peace. Quick recovery for Joshua, man. Like, it could have been him. Like, that's God protecting him.
Nah, it is mad. When I look at situations like this, I do think there has to be some type of Matrix involvement. What are the chances?
After such a huge fight, it's crazy.
Yeah. Seen what happened to AJ today? That was.
MJ World saying, "Hi, how have you been, brother? I've been good, brother. I've been good. Took a few days off from streaming. We ended the streak, but I told you guys that was going to happen. I had to go on a quick little vacation, but I came back feeling rejuvenated, feeling restored, okay? During that streak, I would be lying if I said I wasn't getting a bit tired. And, you know, on the first day back to the streaming, we got a lot of news to react to, so obviously it's unfortunate and it comes at the expense of 2 lives, but, you know, gives us something to talk about. So I'm coming back to a big news story. And like I said, I'm feeling restored. I'm feeling rejuvenated after taking a couple days off. And I'll just add this. Shit, we starting a new streak, boys. We starting a new streak. So the last one was like almost 90 days, I feel like. But we're going to start a new streak today. Probably at least going to go 30 days if we can. If there's enough to talk about. At least. You guys know I like to stream every fucking day. Okay. So another person just kind of commenting on the scenes of AJ after that accident. Someone saying, and they were putting phones inside his fucking nose as the dude was 30 centimeters away from the fresh body of his best friend. Everyone in the video deserves to go to hell, bro. Shit, I didn't say it, they did. Another person, a man in pain and everyone sticks a camera in his face in 2025. Hope the big man is okay and RIP to those who aren't. I mean, straight up, man, straight up. Filming this shit, I mean, like, you got no soul or something? Like, you got no soul filming this shit. Look at these guys waving their phone around. I mean, just like, got nothing going on. I don't know what they're looking to get out of that. They're not getting paid for that video. No helping hand. Multiple people filming. Just standing in front of him like a fucking zoo animal. That's why I said earlier, don't touch the zoo animal. And then people talking about how their heads popped and stuff like that. I don't know, but that's a big narrative going around right now. So maybe that did happen, because here's another post saying, so this dude's brain was the one scattered on that road. Gosh damn it. Man, Anthony Joshua is going to be traumatized for a long time. This is Lats right here. So just more photos of Lats and Sina and AJ, right? This is all 3 of them right here. They're good friends. They weren't just, you know, employees of AJ's, right? They were good friends. He was living life with them, taking them to Nigeria after the Jake Paul win. You know, here he is with that Poly Market chain, right? This is right after that fight. Right after AJ knocked out Jake, this is right after that. This is Sina right here. Here's AJ getting ready in the back before the AJ fight. Here's Sina. Very close, you know. You've seen this video too. But this shit's devastating, man. And so, you know, of course, there's old videos that are surfacing too. And this is of AJ basically speaking about how don't take life for granted. Every day could potentially be your last, man. Could potentially be your last. And unfortunately, today was the last for Sina and Lats. But this is an old video of AJ that's been resurfacing after the accident.
Whatever you're doing in your lives, we're all gonna die one day. So don't get too caught up in the bullshit and the hype. Live your life while you're here, because you never know what's gonna, like, around the corner. Heart attacks, disease, wars, like, life could just hit you like that. So try and enjoy every day. That's what I'm trying to say. Whatever you're doing in your lives, we're all gonna die one day. So don't get too caught up in the bullshit and the hype. Live your life while you're here, because you never know what's gonna, like, around the corner. Heart attacks, disease, wars, like, Life could just hit you like that, so try and enjoy every day. That's what I'm trying to say. Whatever you're doing in your life.
I mean, yeah, on several fronts, man, on several fronts. Disease, heart attacks, war. I mean, shit, it's a crazy world we're living in today. All these things are possibilities. Hold your loved ones close, right? You never know when it could be their last as well. Turkey al-Sheikh saying, "Thank God, brother, you are safe, and my condolences to the ones who passed away in this incident, and my sincere wishes to the injured people to come back healthier and stronger." AJ and Sina. AJ and Lats. Chris Eubank Jr., "Thank God our heavyweight champ survived that horrible car crash, and pray for the two fallen soldiers, Lats and Sina, and their families. I knew both. They were genuinely good men. Rest in peace, boys." So shit, Chris Eubank knew both of them. Yeah, so somebody posted this saying Joshua was playing table tennis 8 hours ago with his friend who had just passed away in the car crash. Rest in peace, man. Some more photos of AJ after the incident, getting pulled from the wreck, essentially. Crazy scenes. We've seen all this that I'm scrolling past right now. But there's a couple more things just to look at real quick. And we got a few more bookmarks on Instagram too, so a few more things actually, not a couple. So here's Darren Till's reaction to everything. If you want to know how truly fucked the world is, just go and try and watch the Anthony Joshua car crash where he is getting dragged out of the car, clearly not okay. And what are people doing? Filming. No one will be the slightest of concern. Let's film. Fucked, let me tell ya. Hope he is okay, and I'm hearing some people may not have made it, so praying for their loved ones. Same as Cristiano. Not on that scale, but he was at the he was at the Atlantis in Dubai last night attending an awards ceremony, and there's literally hundreds of people running around manic. Fully grown adults, bear in mind. Fucking absolutely pathetic. Fucked. So Darren Till speaking on the current state of the world, right? Saying it's fucked. Everyone losing their minds in this new social media world / generation. Not even acting like humans. So here's a video of AJ and Lats. Just an old video, I think, but let's take a look at this.
It's AJ with my brother Lats. We go way back. One thing about me, you know I got your back. I'm about to spit into the track. Let me take you back where it begins. We're making do while getting rid of our sins. Praying every day, trying to get rid of gins. Let me take you back to humble beginnings. All we do is win, and win. Trying to get to heaven. Praying 7-Eleven. We might as well take a trip to Devon. We're in Morocco. Time's not borrow. We're moving solo. Man get hit with the hollow. Chilling, I'm in white. I stay fly low. OG, now I'm the golden screen. AJ, BX, N to the G. You can't see me, or L-A-T to the C. That spells nuts. You know I like to rap. I hustle so hard, fam. That is a fact. As I said for my fam.
Shit, I didn't know AJ could freestyle like this. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I did not know AJ had this fucking type of rhymes in the bag.
For my gang. Let me jump up on the track, yo, AJ is back. That's my brother Lats, and we're kicking straight back. Let me spit a little lyric while you sit back and relax. Chilling with my boy, Uncle BFB. I don't give a damn what they gotta say about me. I'm from W-A to the D, F-O-R to the blood clot D. If you don't understand what that spells my town, my town. If you don't understand what that spells my town, my town. If you don't understand what that spells.
Shit. AJ got bars. I'll tell you boys that much. AJ got bars. And it looked like he liked to rap around his homie Lats. You know, he was comfortable rapping around his homie. Shit. AJ should drop a some type of freestyle for his homie Lats. Like, no joke at all. Like, he should definitely do something like that. And I see John Dong. I see you boys arguing in the chat with this guy Chaz CT Counter. But John Dong basically saying, okay, this person Chastity's dumb. And then he's like, I don't call people dumb nowadays because I try to be as nice as possible, but I couldn't help myself here. Shit, if John Dong calling you dumb, there's something wrong with you, homie. If John Dong calling you dumb, shit. You better wake up and slap yourself because there's something wrong with you if John Dong calling you dumb. John Dong coming here, nothing but positivity. Shit. You got him calling you dumb, you got issues. Wake up and slap yourself. Okay, let me get through a couple more bookmarks. We're almost done. But let me just keep scrolling up just in case. Okay, just a couple more. Just a couple more. Let's go to my saved posts. Okay, so we got a few here. We got a few. Let me show you the screen again. John Positive Dong. That's straight up Tyler Betts. John Positive Dong. If John Dong getting it on your fucking bumper, shit, you got issues. You got issues. I don't even know. I don't even know what Chastity said, you feel me? But I'm on John Dong's side. Okay, here's Andre Berto reacting.
That boy.
I mean, I figure all you guys want to see all the boxers' reactions, right? So I tried to bookmark all of them and show you guys when I was reacting to it. But Andre Berto captioned his post saying, prayers up Anthony Joshua and also to the families of the two young men that lost their lives. This is so tragic to see and to hear, man. I mean, it is, bro. It is. This shit really bothers me. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, people who die prematurely, that shit bothers me a lot. That shit bothers me a lot. Maybe it's just me. Maybe everyone feels that way. But, you know, when people die prematurely, that shit bothers me, man. It definitely does. Because I see myself in that shit, you know? I would hate for my life to be taken prematurely. And, you know, Lats and Sina, they had so much more life to live. So that shit breaks my heart. But let's hear what Andre Berto got to say.
AJ, Anthony Joshua, man. To go from being on top of the world just 2 to 3 weeks ago, beating Jake Paul on Netflix while the world watched, and his brand and just who he is just grew just globally, to him getting in a tragic car accident today, losing 2 of his best friends in the car accident. While you're in the back seat, your life gets spared. It just shows you how fragile life is, man. And we just have to make sure to always know that tomorrow is it's not promised. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter how famous you are, doesn't matter how much money you have, they can be gone just like that. Just like that. Man, you know, like I say, man, keep God close, man. This is tragic, man. I'm so sad for him. Man.
Very sad. Also, just a friendly reminder to you guys, if somebody's fucking driving like an idiot, okay, you guys should recognize that and not be in that fucking car. I know people who drive like fucking idiots and I never drive with them for this reason. They got no regard for your own life. And not to say the guy was driving like an idiot, but that's what reports are saying. You know? And that's the way I feel about it. If someone's driving like an idiot with you in the car, they got no regard for their life, let alone yours. Here's Alexander Usyk's reaction to the whole incident. This is an unbelievable loss. Sina and Latif were 2 incredible people who were not only part of AJ's team, but also friends. My sincere condolences to their families, loved ones, and everyone who knew them. Anthony Joshua, wishing you a speedy recovery. Stay strong, champion. So everyone reacting to the news. We got a different angle, and the aftermath of the incident is shocking. Let's take a look at this one. New footage again dropped.
Anthony Joshua, right couple.
Brutal. One last one.
Enter motor less, yeah? Let them take you out of here. Just enter motor less.
Okay, so that's pretty much all the news surrounding AJ right now. I can refresh Twitter one more time just to see, because every time I refresh Twitter, there's new fucking shit to look at. So let's refresh Twitter. Why the fuck are we on Andrew Tate? And then Miata Boy saying Jacob is cutting up in LA traffic. No need to lie. Shit, I don't be speeding, homie. I don't be speeding. I'm totally against speeding, bro. I'm like the least fucking aggressive driver you'll come across. But a lot of people got egos when they drive, bro. They don't like to be behind you, all these kinds of things. And it's like, dude, shit, this ain't about your ego right now. We're operating these vehicles that could kill someone. Like, who gives a fuck if you're behind them? So just more stuff. But yeah, Miata Boy is a car guy, so I'm actually curious to hear what he has to say about this, and here he is reacting to it. So I'll read out Miata Boy's reaction here in a second after I'm done scrolling. Yeah, that's pretty much all the news. Now I'm just seeing repeats. Yeah, nothing new. Nothing new. But Miata Boy said that's a really bad crash. These new cars are built to crumble and take most of the impact from the crash. They had to be doing like 80 plus. Yeah, Miata Boy, it's fucking insane, bro. And I don't know if you were in the stream, Miata Boy, but like there was a clip I just came across. I didn't even mean to show you guys on stream, but the driver's side door was ripped off of the vehicle, right? It's on the side of the road, and underneath the door, so the door is laying flat on the side of the road, right? I didn't even notice this until I pulled it up on stream. But underneath that door is one of his dead friends being covered by the fucking door. So his friend is laying dead on the ground, right? That fucking door is on top of him, covering him. Everyone's saying they just saw the full video. It's insane. Kevin from Chicago also said, oh man, I just saw the actual footage of the victims. Much more brutal than I originally saw. Yeah, bro. I tried to warn you guys. And if you are just tuning into the stream, or if you tuned in a little bit late, this is definitely worth rewatching, because I shared a lot of details with you guys. And I also clarified some false narratives going around right now. So definitely rewatch the stream if you're just joining now. But just stay locked in on the current right now. Unless you really are dying to find out, then just rewind it. It's all good with me. But Miata Boy, no, not Miata Boy. Tom Berry says, that sucks. His friend got his other two friends killed and probably fucked up Anthony Joshua's back and neck forever trying to pass and get wrecked by a semi. Yeah. No, Tom Berry, I mean, that hit the nail on the head, right? I don't know if the guy driving was his friend or not, but I mean, probably. I'll lean towards that idea. And then he got his other two friends killed, probably fucked up Joshua's back and neck forever. Nah, like 100,000,000%, bro. That's why I try to tell you guys, like, getting in a car crash like that, your body is going to get so disaligned. I know people in my family who have gotten in car crashes. That's why I'm saying this. And they got to fucking go to like these chiropractors for years afterwards to get their spine decompressed because they slipped a disc from a car crash. Because, bro, those car crashes in your body, I'm telling you, it's so easy. It's so easy to fuck up your back and neck doing something like that. And then John Dong is responding to Miata Boy's comment from earlier. And he goes, I've heard about that, but how does the car crumbling take away force? Like, how does that work? I mean, shit. John Dong, that's a great question. Because I was wondering the same thing. How does the car crumbling take away the force? Miata Boy, you want to elaborate on that? Fill us in, car guy. I believe you, Miata Boy. Just give us the explanation, though, because, you know, we be not as educated on the cars as you. Tom Berry, they were on the left side of the road, passing on the right, and ran out of time, and the truck peeled the car open. Tom Berry, again, nail on the head, brother. Nail on the head. You not wrong. It's on a live gore. James Pond, okay. You know what? I kind of want to go look at it, but I can't be showing you guys. So give me a second. A live gore, you say, huh? What is that, an X account? I don't even know what a live gore is. I'm moved past it now. Oh, Tom Berry's saying they drive on the left side of the road there. Kevin from Chicago says the top of his head was missing, brain on the pavement. Kevin from Chicago, I got a question for you. Are you looking at the video that I told you to go look at, or did you find a different one? Because if you found a different one, I need to see it. I need to see it for journalistic purposes. So if you can, let me know. Let me know the username or the website to go find it. James Pond saying head gone. James Pond, can you tell me which video you saw? Just drop it in the chat. Miata Boy saying he's back, motherfucker. Why'd you ever leave, homie? Why'd you ever leave? Oh, a live gore site / accidents. Different video. Shit, I'm gonna look right now. Let me see. I gotta make my screen black though, because out of fear of fucking showing the dead bodies. Alive gore. Uncensored. Oh, okay. Anthony Joshua injured in Nigeria car crash as local officials say 2 foreign. Oof, bro. The thumbnail of this is so brutal. The thumbnail of this is so brutal, boys. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this. James Pond, no worries. I found it, homie. I found it. No need to drop the link. I found it. But thank you. Thank you very much. Bear with me. I got you. James Pond, don't even trip. Just stay locked in on the stream. I'm gonna watch it right now for my own journalistic purposes, and I'll narrate. Oh my gosh, dude. Yep, one of their heads is completely. There's like a stream of a pool of blood. Oh boy. Barefoot. Oh boy. Yeah, head blown out. It doesn't. So for those curious, I mean, shit. I hate to even share this news, but I have to, right? It looks like Sina's head got blown off. Not blown off. I don't want to use the wrong words. It looks like Sina's head got like it exploded. It looks like Sina's the one whose head exploded based off the haircuts. And it looks like Lat's, his head didn't explode, but he definitely passed away. Oh yeah, his head. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I was not expecting this. I have not seen this shit. But Sina's head is definitely just like gone. You couldn't even tell his face, bro. You couldn't even tell his face. You can't even see hair. And there's AJ still in the car at the time. So these guys got just fucking dragged out of the car. Just like, I mean, they straight up got ejected from the car. These guys straight got ejected from the car. They're on the side of the road. And like I said, now the video pans to AJ inside the car. So this was like straight moments after the accident. Like we're talking moments. AJ hadn't even been pulled out of the car yet. And it does look like there's some type of officials there they got these hazmat vests on type thing. So it looks like law enforcement arrived as soon as possible. Because a lot of people are saying it didn't. But let me just continue watching. So Kevin from Chicago saying Lat's head is the one that got exploded. I thought Lat's is the bigger guy. I guess we think two different things on that, Kevin. I guess neither of us know for sure. I'll go back to it and look though. But shit, anyone who wants to look at it, it's alivegore.com. It's on the front page.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Where is he live?
Anthony Joshua,
I've only got through 1 minute of this video. There's 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, so just bear with me.
Anthony. Kọ́ wá bó tiẹ̀ ṣe máa gbóhùn bọ́lẹ̀ náà. Wọ́n gbóhùn náà bọ́lẹ̀ kọ́ tí ọkọ̀ gbé lọ sọ́sìtì. Kọ́ gbé lọ sọ́sìtì kọjọ. Kọjọ kọ́ gbé lọ sọ́sìtì. Kọ́ gbé lọ sọ́sìtì. Àwọn òyìnbó tọ́jọ́ wá. Condemn. Àwọn òyìnbó tọ́jọ́ wá ní tọ́jọ́ wá Nàìjíríà pé kọjọ́ wá ṣeré lẹ́ni tán ní kọjọ́ wá ṣeré Nàìjíríà ọ̀gbẹ́ni àwọn òyìnbó yẹn ló wà lẹ́lẹ́ torí kan ti fọ́
Nigerians are built different though. They're just straight up in the middle of this car crash and like, I don't know, they're not even squirmish about this dead body. It almost gives like they're used to dead bodies. Like everyone's just standing around filming. Like if this happened in the US, people would be traumatized, bro.
Social motto. Let us sit down.
So yeah, personally, I think that it was Lats who didn't get his head exploded. I'm gonna stick with that. I don't think Lats got his head exploded. I think that was Sina.
Oh boy.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that Sina's head got exploded. Man. True Silence saying it's not on front page of Live Gore, but I ain't gonna search for that shit. It was on the front page for me. Alive Gore, not Live Gore. There we go. True Silence. It's Alive Gore, not Live Gore. Oh, and then Miata Boy did explain, so let me scroll up to see what Miata Boy said. Miata Boy says, nah, bro, not trying to hear this. Sorry, Miata Boy, shit. We gotta let the people know. What else is there? Oh, Miata Boy saying it's just impact zones. They have weaker parts in the body of the car. Shit. That doesn't really help me out too much. Tom Berry says the roof smashed his head open in the back seat. You could tell. Damn. Well, if the roof smashed his head open in the back seat, rumor has it that Lats was sitting next to him in the back. So, I don't know. We don't know whose head got fucking exploded, but that's terrible. Tom Tonberry's theorizing that the driver perceived the distance wrong because they drive on the opposite side of the road in Nigeria. You know, John Dong asking a legit question saying, I've heard that motorcycle helmets are meant to brake on impact as well to take away force, but I've always wondered how the physics behind that works. John Dong, that question is super valid. Super valid. I don't know the physics behind it either. But I would love to know the physics behind something like that. True Silence. Oh, what the fuck? So it looks like True Silence has come across it now. Who was under the door? Go TSH. I don't know. I couldn't see the face because the door was covering him. But you can rewind the stream. It's on the stream. Miata Boy says that crash was bad. Haven't seen it. Don't really want to. But from the car, from what the car looked like, they hit a 18-wheeler. Yeah. No, facts. Kevin from Chicago says, I think direct impact would have been better off than hitting the corner and scraping, leading to metal being shredded off. Well, that shows, Kevin from Chicago, if you want my take real quick, that kind of shows that, that they were overtaking a vehicle, right? They were trying to overtake a vehicle, right? So they're behind a vehicle. They're like this. They're trying to overtake it. So they go around it. They're speeding, right? There's the 18-wheeler right here. So they go around the vehicle. They're going to try to go in front of it. But instead, as they go around it, right, he's going too fast. He couldn't control himself with the pop tire, with the speed, the combination of things. He goes to the right and he skids across that 18-wheeler. He nicks it. He hits the back corner of it, right? Then they go forward and proceed, but that's when they got dragged out of the vehicles. That's when they got dragged out of the vehicles. So trying to overtake like that, it looks like they accidentally skidded across the side of the 18-wheeler. James Pond says blood looks purple and fake when he walks around the body. I think it turns purple because it gets like oxygenated or something like that. Go TSH says, I thought maybe your other video showed on a live gore. Thanks. I got you, TSH. True Silence. Past the physical injuries, AJ will never be the same man again. I mean, True Silence. I would have to agree with you. The amount of heartbreak he's got to deal with, I mean, I don't even think he's going to fight Tyson Fury anymore. We'll see, though. Miata Boy says, it's hard for me to explain how the crash zones work for cars and helmets. It would take forever. No worries, Miata Boy. James Pond, I'm sure a Google search would help you out. Not James Pond, but John Dong. It's horrible, fam. Or if they had one of those seatbelts built into the car door, it'd pull you out with the door. Tom Berry seems to know a lot about this situation. I don't know if he's just like speculating, but he's hitting. His points are hitting. They were trying to cut a car off to avoid the oncoming truck and didn't make it. Cooked from the road. True. Yeah. Yeah, man. Devastating. Now, just a reminder to you guys again, like the stream, subscribe if you're not subscribed, okay? We're going to get into some new topics right now, but shit. We live every day. We just came back from a 3-day break, though, so we starting a new streak. So everybody subscribe who's not subscribed. Everybody like the stream right now who hasn't liked it yet. We got 29 people in here and only 14 likes. All right? Kevin from Chicago says, my guess is impact what caused it, not being dragged out of ejected. I got you, Kevin from Chicago. Honestly, like, to add to Kevin from Chicago's point, yeah, they probably were dead on impact, right? Dead on impact. But the way the car bounced off the 18-wheeler and kept going at a high speed, you know, after everything got ripped off the vehicle, I think that ejected them. Now, did that finish him off? I don't know. I don't necessarily think so, but worth mentioning. They tried to pass without enough room to do so, obviously. Yep. And then that fucking big rig was right there. Oh, so Miata Boy saying if they hit a truck with a trailer, they're eye level with the trailer. So they took it face first, then did the rest of the damage. Yeah, because those big rigs are kind of like at eye level, right? Damn dog, this shit killed my vibe. Shit, I know. I did not expect to wake up to this news this morning. This is the last thing I expected to wake up to. But let's fix the vibe, I guess. Let's move on. Let's move on. There's nothing more to talk about. I've already talked about it thoroughly. We can refresh the feed one more time. Okay, so a couple new videos have surfaced. Just some videos of Sina and Lats. So this post is captioned, Anthony Joshua's close associate and personal trainer Abdul Latif was undertaking so many humanitarian projects in Nigeria, including classroom blocks, football pitches before his tragic passing. So let's take a look at some of his humanitarian projects because, you know, this isn't something just to blow right past. If he was doing good things for the world, we should share it with everyone. Yeah, everyone's agreeing with Miata Boy right now, his take on it. Or at least Kevin from Chicago is. James Pond saying, you know, putting a heart in the chat, saying RIP to those men from Wales, UK. Shit. Thank you, James Pond, for dropping that in there for the good vibes.
Hi guys, so I'm here back at the Spot project. I was here in 2019 and boy, the changes that have been made are incredible. They've built a couple of new buildings. This building behind me wasn't here before. A couple of new classrooms for the kids to learn Arabic, English, maths, and all that kind of good stuff that they need to learn to survive in the society. The football pitch that's been done for them to play football, which they all love, and the basketball courts. So I'm seeing that they're not only working on their mental state, they're working on their physical form as well. So well done to Spot Project and congratulations. May Allah bless you guys, and I'd really, really encourage you guys to come out here and see it for yourself. You know, with the help of donations, this is all helping for a great, great cause. Not only for the kids, but for ourselves. It's a humbling feeling to be out here. I feel tremendously happy out here and at peace, knowing that the kids are safe, and seeing the improvement from around about 4 years ago. I advise you guys to come out here and check it out for yourself or participate by any means possible, whether it's just giving a little bit of donations to help the project. Peace.
Devastating, man. Absolutely devastating, man. He had so much good that he was bringing into the world, right? He had so much good that he was bringing into the world. You know, you think, or people like to think, right? That's one of the reasons why we do humanitarian efforts in the first place. Somebody told me this one time, but it's true, right? Sometimes these humanitarian efforts, people do this because, you know, they want to be, how do you say this? They have so much good to offer the world that God's going to protect them, right? Because they're doing all these nice things. And they're expecting, you know, I'm going to keep helping people so that God can protect me and allow me to live a longer, fuller, healthier life. And a guy like this has to pass away. It's very heartbreaking. And True Silence goes, of course, bro had to be an angel. Yeah, man. He's an angel, all right. And rest in peace, homie. Rest in peace to Lats. Hopefully some of his projects can get finished, even though he's not here. Maybe AJ can make sure that these projects get finished. Because like I said, he had so much good to offer the world. You would have thought that God was protecting him. That's why a lot of people do these things, to get protection from God, right? So to speak. It's not all literal, but so to speak. You would think that God protects people like this. That shit breaks my heart, man. And here's one more video of Sina. I'll read the caption just in case we miss anything. Inalahi walingalahi rajiun. It's now confirmed the second death as a result of the horrific crash with Anthony Joshua was this man called Sina, who is AJ's strength and conditioning coach alongside his best friend Abdul Latif. May Allah make this easy for them and their families. Filming the sunset and everything, man. Rest in peace to both. But let's read a few more chats here. Tom Berry says, basically never tried to pass on a 2-lane highway with a car full of people. Fucking engine can't even get it with all the extra weight. That's how that shit happens. Tom Berry, I agree, man. I agree. Or imagine you try that shit and the car slips a gear and you're fucked. Bro, you don't do it. No, Tom Berry, I don't even got a rebuttal for you. I think that you said it perfectly, homie. Everybody should drop their egos. And we all know it. Even there's probably some people in the chat who got a big ass ego when they're driving, right? You're risking your life. You're putting other people's lives at danger. And you deserve to know that right now. Anyone who be driving with an ego, you're not just putting your life at danger. You're putting everyone else's lives at danger. And even if you are a good driver, accidents can happen. The vehicle could malfunction. There's so many things that could happen that are beyond your control. Right? Don't be speeding. Don't be driving like a dumbass. Point blank, period. Miata Boy says, because there's overhang from the doors of the trailer and the wheels, it's kind of tuna cans the car because the bottom of the doors are windshield level. True silence, my road rage sucks. Shaking my head. True silence. Come on, homie. Come on, homie. You're going to think of me now. Every time you're driving like an asshole, True Silence, you're going to think of me. All right? And you know it's all love, but shit, I'd be telling my homies they drive like assholes. And I ain't never getting in the car with you again. You feel me? So True Silence. Come on, homie. Clean up your act. All right? His friend was decapitated. Yes, he was, Saffron. I just saw the video. His friend was decapitated. One of them. James Pond, I agree. Drive properly. Come on, boys. Let's all drive properly. That ain't the time to be, getting your ego all out of line. Okay? Saffron, they both got their wigs split for show. Much love to True Silence. At least you admitted it, homie. And shit, prayers up to True Silence. I'm gonna be praying for you, homie. Just in case. Saffron saying they both got their wigs split. They both didn't get their head exploded. Just one of them, Saffron. Just one of them. But they both died, yes. See, even Dovey's saying the same thing I've been saying, which is it could have been AJ who died if he had chosen the other seat. Damn, this whole situation is so sad. Very sad. Very sad. Okay, I feel awkward moving on from the topic, but I mean, we gotta move on at some point. But that will have been the majority. Oh no, we got some other good things to react to. So I'm not gonna tell you guys when the stream's gonna end necessarily, But we got Tom Aspinall. He underwent eye surgery already on his right eye, I believe. Let me read the caption. Tom Aspinall announces he's undergone surgery on his right eye following a double eye poke from Ciryl Gane. Next surgery is coming mid-January. So Tom has undergone one surgery on his right eye, and I believe he's going to undergo another surgery on his left eye.
You've been pretty clear in what you've said. Back to Ciryl, but surgery now is the focus, and then we'll kick on to 2026, right?
That's the plan. That's the plan. But by the time this is going out, they probably have had surgery on one side already. Next surgery's coming mid-January, so we're working towards getting back, and that's the plan.
You've been pretty clear in what you've said. Back to Ciryl, but surgery now is the focus, and then we'll kick on to 2026, right?
That's the plan. That's the plan. But by the time this is going out, they probably have had surgery on one side already. Next surgery's coming mid-January, so.
So that double eye poke from Ciryl Gane has resulted in this guy having to do 2 eye surgeries. He's pointing to both eyes, indicating he's going to have a surgery on both. Here's the eye poke. All right, Miata boy, I'll see you later, homie. I will see you later. Tom's got an upper lip palate like Chael Sonnen.
We're working towards getting back, and that's the plan.
I have no idea what that means, James Pond. All pulled back. I have no clue what that means.
Pretty clear in what you've said. Back to Ciryl.
Look, everybody hating on Tom, though. Loving the eye poke world tour. Dog, okay, Thomas. I guess, bro. Laughing, crying. Bro will come back, lose, and say he was in the hospital, not in the gym. This fight probably plays out like Leon versus Usman. He can win, but it's not based on skill for skill. One big shot is his best chance. Can't dance in there like Gane. More crying, laughing. Milking it, crying, laughing, lies, and more lies. DPH, what is with the glasses? Might as well get one of those canes that blind people use and a seeing eye dog. Let's go to some of the hidden comments. Someone says, gay. Surgery for what, bro? Is clearly seeing out of those eyes and is in no pain whatsoever. I don't want to hear none of that. He sees blur. I don't want to hear none of that. He sees blurry out those eyes. He's clearly a straight bitch. Damn. So people are not fucking with Tom over this. They don't give a fuck that he underwent surgery. There's no sympathy. I mean, I got sympathy for Tom. Shit. I got sympathy for Tom. You think he wants to go get surgery? You think he asked for that? He didn't ask for that. What you boys saying, though? Saffron saying Sina driving Lat's passenger. Saffron, no. I'm 99% sure Sina and Lats were both sitting on the passenger side. Driver and rear. Tyson saying, who was the driver? We don't know. We don't know who the driver was. It's a developing story. More news will come out. Kevin from Chicago says, maybe I was wrong about Thomas eye poke situation. Kevin, you care to elaborate? I don't know what your original stance was, but you also added saying surgeries could be very minor, though. James Pond, I think, laughing at Aspinall. More laughs at Aspinall. Just a real strange face on Tom. I got you, James Pond. I got you, homie. Shout out to James Pond. James Pond, make sure you subscribe. You've been active in the chat. Make sure you subscribe. Go TSH, also subscribe, homie. You also been active in the chat today. Go TSH saying, I'm convinced anyone being toxic to Tom actually just hates themselves and is acting out. Interesting, Go TSH. Yeah, I haven't been too toxic towards Tom, but a lot of people have been. I think James Pond might be a little bit annoyed towards Tom. I remember that you were very critical of Tom for not continuing to fight. Jimmy Jam. Shit, I never was, homie. You making up false shit. You making up false shit, homie. And James. Jimmy Jam, as a matter of fact. Not even James. Jimmy Jam. Okay? I was never critical of Tom. I'm going to repeat my fucking narratives again, bro. Ciryl Gane should have been suspended and fined for eye poking Tom Aspinall. He has a history of doing it. Okay? I'm going to say this. Tom Aspinall is not wrong for not continuing in that fight. There's no blame on that. There's no blame on that. There's no blame on that at all. Where I was being critical of Tom is him being vague. Him being vague at one point in time. And the other thing that I think what James is really trying to talk about, Jimmy Jam don't even know what he's talking about. Okay, 90% of the time, Jimmy Jam don't even know what he's talking about. But what I was trying to explain in a past take that I had was that Waldo Cortez Acosta continued the fight against Ante Delia after suffering an eye poke. He also suffered an abrasion in the eye, talking about Waldo Cortez Acosta. He continued, right? We didn't have more details about Tom Aspinall yet. We didn't know he got diagnosed with some type of syndrome that I don't even remember the name of. But anyway, after Waldo Cortez Acosta continued after getting his eye scratched, he knocked out his opponent. Then he returned in a quicker time frame. Then Tom Aspinall to go ahead and fight. Who was it? Shamil Gaziev knocked his ass out too. So he returned faster, suffered a worser injury at the time that this news came out. And so that's all I was saying. I was like, Tom needs to fucking get his return booked. If Waldo Cortez Acosta can, Tom definitely needs to. But there's nothing against Tom. There's literally nothing against Tom. And it's an old point that Jimmy Jam won't stop fucking repeating. Like, narratives change, homie. And at the time that Waldo Cortez Acosta beat Ante Delia, which was a week after Aspinall or 2 weeks after Aspinall, like, come on, bro. Stop bringing up old shit, first off. But anyway, that's my crash out on Jimmy Jam for the day. You guys can ask more questions, though, if you guys really want to know what I was saying. But that's pretty much what I was saying. But I've supported Tom the whole way. And the one time I said something negative about Tom, he keep bringing it up. The one time I said something negative about Tom, he keep bringing it up. But I've done nothing but support Tom the whole way. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Louis says he needs a dog that defends him from black French guys' fingers. Kevin from Chicago, I thought he was faking it, but surgeries means injury occurred. I mean, that's true. True Silence says Tom looks like those Disney/Pixar fathers. Face looks like a boot. A lot of guys make poor choices concerning their health. Doesn't mean Tom has to be dumb too, says Jimmy Jam. James Pond, Tom was driving. Tom, Matt Hughes, Aspinall, Askren. James ain't happy with Tom Aspinall. Louis correcting James Pond, you can drive with sight in one eye. People do it all the time. True Silence would rather have Tom be champ than gone. We got another Askren, says James Pond. I mean, shit, another Askren, homie. We can't be minimizing Askren's situation now. Askren's situation was really bad. Jimmy Jam saying, I accept your apology to Tom. There was no apology to Tom. Eric Gould asking, wouldn't a doctor advise Tom not to drive in his condition? I mean, I would think so, Eric. If you want me to keep it a buck, I would think so. I would think so. Okay, so that's pretty much all about Tom. Nothing really to report back to home about, but LOL, my bad, actually. Shout out to James Pond. Askren almost died. Yeah, bro, come on now. Jimmy Jam says, I've heard that drunk drivers were close. I've heard that drunk drivers will close one eye if they are seeing double. I guess that's what Tom Aspinall is doing then, but he's getting surgery on both eyes. Kevin from Chicago is reading that AJ was knocked out for a long time from Impact. Honestly, Kevin, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that. Thanks for sharing that, Kevin from Chicago. Everybody like the stream and subscribe if you're not subscribed. The friendly reminder. Now some new footage of Ilia Topuria has been released amid his divorce. And he captioned the post, "Trust God's timing." So let's see Ilia Topuria putting in work on the fucking pads. He looking real good still. He hasn't lost a step. Straight ASMR plus a technique masterclass. I love Ilia Topuria training videos. I could watch them all day. Ngannou bike crash. Yes, Maverick. Yes, the bike crash as well. I think I know what you're going to insinuate with that, but yes, Ngannou also got in a bike crash in Africa that took the life of a little girl. Jimmy Jam saying, "Do you like the Three Stooges?" No clue. No clue, homie. I never watched the Three Stooges, homie. True Silence says they're going to give Tom bionic supersonic eyes. I mean, shit, his eyes better be better than before he went in for surgery. True Silence, you feel me? Tom better come out with better vision after these 2 surgeries. That's like a 100% fact. Manlet King, fair and square. KW, has anyone else heard the claims that a motorcycle was involved or that they blew a tire? Something must have caused the driver to lose control of the vehicle. KW, I have not heard narratives that a motorcycle was involved. I heard they blew a tire, but I've also heard they were speeding and were overtaking a car when they ran into the big rig on the side of the road. I mean, that's pretty much the story, KW. They were speeding. The driver overtook a car. He ran into a fucking big rig on the side of the road. It completely scraped all the exterior off the passenger side of the vehicle, including the fucking roof, and it ejected his 2 friends. One of his friends got his head exploded. His head straight exploded. You can't even tell who he is anymore. So that's the breakdown, KW, but we did a whole hour plus long breakdown to start off the stream, so we probably have some of your questions answered already. So I don't want to be too redundant, but I'll give you the cliff notes. But we broke it all down in detail. But how did they not see that massive trailer? Because KW, he was speeding and he was trying to overtake another car. He saw it, but people be driving ignorant, bro. And that kind of thing happens when you're driving ignorant. Speeding, overtaking, that's par for the course. You might fucking hit something. It's par for the course, KW. Hey, Jay, what up, HT? What's poppin', HT? Good to see you. HT, did you miss me? Did you miss me, HT? Did all you boys miss me? I haven't even asked that. But shit, I hope you boys missed me. I hope you boys missed me. I was gone for 3 fucking days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay? I hope you boys missed me. I know you boys did. I know you boys did. I got all you returning viewers back. All you regulars are back in the chat, so I'm fucking happy about that. All right, I just joined chat. Thank you. No problem, KW. No problem. Feel free to drop a chat anytime. And make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video, homie, and help me out. Kevin from Chicago. Not ejected, dragged out of vehicle, dead on impact. There we go. Kevin from Chicago. Not ejected, but dragged out of the vehicle. Dead on impact. True Silence saying something else probably blinded them. Y'all got no idea how hectic African traffic is. I mean, True Silence, I'll admit that. I got no idea how hectic African traffic is. I've never been. HT says, absolutely missed you, Jay. My man HT. Much love, HT. I missed streaming. I missed being in the chat, okay? I missed it. Last night I wanted to go live. I had a little bit of time to go live, but I was like, nah, you know, let me make the comeback a good one. Let's have an early stream tomorrow and shit, you know. It's unfortunate, but we did have some big news to react to today on my first day back, so. Louis says, AJ's friend was driving. Here's my theory. Here's my logic behind this, Louis, why I would lean towards saying his friend was driving. Do I know for sure? No, I don't know for sure. But why I would say his friend was driving was because if it was any type of professional driving service, I mean, shit, how unprofessional to be speeding. If I hire somebody to drive me around town, Uber, private service, you best not be speeding, bro. Please, what the fuck? So this whole overtaking and speeding thing, Louis, kind of indicates to me that, yeah, his friend could have been driving. Do I know for sure? I do not know for sure. Louis, driving in Africa must be crazy. I mean, I never considered that, but yeah, I mean, I would imagine it is probably a bit more crazy out there. I got no context for that though. KW saying that footage is probably the worst thing I've ever seen. Things like that are usually taken down before you can even view them here in the UK. KW. Yeah, I saw the explicit, uncensored content of them laid out in the side of the road. It's very fucking tragic. It's very tragic. I actually reacted to it live on stream. So KW, rewind the stream once the stream ends, and you can watch the whole breakdown, the hour plus breakdown. I think you'll learn a couple things too. But that's some of the news from today. You know, on a positive tip, because we're bringing up Ben Askren. Oh, Louis says, it was a hired driver. Okay. I didn't know that. I just thought he was driving with him and some friends. No, Louis, I'm not saying it was a hired driver. I actually don't think. I don't think it was a hired driver. To be clear, I do not think it was a hired driver. Because if it was a hired driver, I would have thought they wouldn't be speeding. So I think, Louis, that it was his friend driving probably. I think so. True Silence says in Ethiopia, it's more people on the highways than cars. No such thing as jaywalking. Damn. KW says, I will subscribing too. Thank you, homie. I appreciate it. We live every day. We just took a little break, 3-day break, KW, but we starting a new streak. So this is the first day of the new streak. We probably going live for at least 30 days. So everybody subscribe and tap in for the next 30 days straight of streaming. Okay. Ben Askren yesterday celebrated 6 months of life post lung transplant. Sometimes life hits you hard, but it's vital to accept it and choose to move forward the best you can. Let's read the full quote. 6 months post-transplant today. The last 6 months brought so many tough days, and even as they are starting to get easier, I know I'm still a long way off from normal. The last 6 months have also brought so many amazing moments to me through relationships with friends, getting to spend more time with my family, and becoming a believer. Shout out to God. Sometimes life hits you hard, but it is vital to accept it and choose to move forward the best you can. Whether it was in person or on socials, I am so grateful for all the support. It was very inspiring to me. All right. So congratulations, Ben Askren, on 6 months of life after undergoing a double lung transplant. Nearly lost his life. 6 months fucking flew by. I want to say congratulations to Ben once again. Shout out to your beautiful family. And you look amazing, Ben. You look amazing from 6 months ago. I mean, here's to more life for Ben. I hope Ben lives a full life. I hope he lives his full life. And you know what? I think he will. Okay, Louis gets it now, saying, yeah, probably his friend. For sure, Louis. I wanted to be clear about that. True Silence says, Ben is a warrior. Straight up, bro. Straight up. And you know what? How ironic that, like, Ben posted this the day before AJ gets in a car crash. If AJ sees this, the biggest quote in here, the biggest takeaway, sometimes life hits you hard, but it's vital to accept it and choose to move forward the best you can, right? I know someone like him stayed in high spirits. Shit, Ben is a straight warrior. And this shit's easier said than done, bro. I'm not even going to say it would be easy for me. I'd be crumbling if this shit happened to me that happened to Ben or even AJ. You feel me? But it's just a reminder, like, shit, man. Be grateful for life. Every single day, be grateful for life. Be grateful you could go outside and fucking get some fresh air. Like, people take that shit for granted. But I try to remind myself every day of shit like that. Whether it's a Ben Askren story, a AJ story, they're all reminders. You know, call your loved ones. Don't take life for granted. Everything you can do, everything you could do is a blessing. True silence, drop in the exclamation marks. I already know homie agreeing with me. Let's go, homie. Let's go. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much like some of the news right now. I mean, we got Terrence Crawford saying he'd never come to the UFC. Oh, let me read some chats in response to Ben Askren. John Donk says, crazy how insurance wasn't covering his medical bills. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. That's a whole nother can of worms, John Dong. That's a whole other can of worms. You almost going to get me going on that. But all I'm going to say is fuck the healthcare system. That's all I'm finna say. Louis, what kind of thing did Askren get infected with? Some kind of super strain? Louis, he got infected with a staph infection. And it spread throughout his body and started attacking his fucking lung. You know, people tell you about staph infection all the time. People die from it. Because once it starts growing inside your body, it overtakes organs and shit like that. That's why it's vital, bro. If you get staph, you got to get rid of it. You cannot be living with staph. It'll kill you. It'll kill you. John Dong, something needs to change about the healthcare system in the US. Shit, I didn't even see that you said that, John Dong, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Who's that kid who shot that healthcare guy? His name's Luigi, right? Shout out to Luigi Mangione. Shit, free Luigi. Free fucking Luigi. Free Luigi Mangione. All right, and fuck the US healthcare system. And you know what, Ben Askren? More life, homie. More life to you. But let's look at Marabi getting staph every other week. LOL. Shit, I know. Louis says, I hear it's bad, but are all types of staph that strong? So here's the thing that I kind of know on a basic level, Louis. Staph on the outside of your skin, right, is one thing. But I'm 90% sure that it evolves into growing inside of you after a while. So it starts as like an outside cosmetic thing, right? You can see it on your skin. When I was in high school in wrestling, I got staph all down my face. That's why they call it shingles, because it just spreads, bro. I had this shit all down my face. Spread like a fucking shingle. And if you don't get rid of it, it can go internal. And once it goes internal, it starts to eat your organs. So the longer that you have staph infection, the more deadly it can become. Louis, if that helps you. So yeah, all types of staph can be that strong. But you know what? A lot of people also live with staph. Like if you were to swab your nose right now, there's probably staph in your nose. So it's not like it's just super deadly. It's like, but once you get an infection, you need to take care of it immediately. But there is a surface level that your body can fend off of staph. And like I said, if you were to swab your nose and test it, it would probably come back with a little bit of staph. But your immune system is strong enough to kind of defend it. Luigi, shout out to True Silence. KW says, same here with the NHS. I mean, it's great that we have free healthcare, but it's very hard to access, and you have to wait months for a doctor's appointment. Yeah, that shit's ridiculous. And on top of that, they be charging arm and legs out here, and you got to wait a long time. So KW, people got to wait a long time out here. Like if you want to get a CAT scan or something like that because you think you got a cancerous growth on your body, shit, go try to book that. It's not going to be till like 3 or 4 weeks from now. And then they're going to charge you like $3,000 even when you have insurance. It's insane. Luigi can rot, says Eric. Kevin from Chicago says, I'm a street soldier. Shout out to Kevin. Louis, I wonder if people taking antibiotics made a super strain of it. I mean, shit. I mean, I see what you're saying, Louis. I see what you're saying. You know, they tried to put Ben Askren on antibiotics, but it survived it. So he might have had that super strain you're talking about. What is staph? Staph infection. Okay, that's bad. Yeah, KW, staph is this. Staph infections are caused by Staphylococcus bacteria. These germs may be found on the skin or in the nose of many people and cause no harm. If they do cause harm, staph bacteria most often cause a food poisoning or a skin infection that can be treated quickly and without complications. But some staph infections can cause serious illness. Staph infections can be deadly if the bacteria get into the bloodstream, joints, bones, lungs, or heart. If the infection is in or near a medical device, such as a catheter, surgery may be needed to remove the device. Medicine that kills bacteria called antibiotics is used to treat staph infections, but not food poisoning by staph bacteria. Infected tissue also may be removed to treat staph infection. So there you go. There's a medical explanation, a medical definition. KW Googling staph shit. I just Googled it for you, homie. The thing BSD had versus Poirier. Yes, true silence. Staph is usually dangerous when it gets into the bloodstream. I know people that have died from it. Yeah, when it gets in the bloodstream, bro. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. Creates holes. Yeah, yep. You guys know. You guys fucking know. It does create holes in the skin too. It's a flesh-eating virus, basically. Flesh-eating virus. Okay, Crawford says he'll never fight in the UFC. I'm just going to show you guys some old news because I've been gone for 3 days. So I want to know what you guys think about some of this stuff.
You ever get into MMA of any sort or not?
Nah. They don't pay enough.
Damn.
And then people, man.
I saw, I was with Rampage. Rampage said he got paid a big bag to fight Chuck Liddell back in the day. What was it, chat? Like, it was like $7 million or something. But I get what you're saying. It's not as much as boxing.
Man, you get messed up in wrestling.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah.
And, you know, to do wrestling, kicking, boxing, and elbowing, like, man, you can have it.
Would you ever get into MMA of any sort or not?
Nah.
So, yeah, he not down to fucking fight in MMA. And I don't blame him. James Pond, I subbed Big Homie. My man James Pond. Shout out to you, homie. I'm telling you, you boys are going to love it. I'm live every day. You boys are going to love it. Or your money back. You feel me? Terrence beat boxing. He already won. True silence, you right. I hope Terrence doesn't come back because he retired with that O, with all the money, with all the belts, saying fuck the WBC. Terrence, you ended it. Perfect, bro. Perfect. No need to come back. And no need to fucking come into MMA and water down your fucking resume. Islam Makhachev confirmed that he turned down the UFC's offer to return in January. He said, I told them I definitely won't fight in January. It will be after Ramadan, for sure. Okay, but also, Habib's the one who got in fucking Islam's ear and told him no. Because word on the street is Islam was considering it. And Habib told him no. Here's the caption. Islam has confirmed he turned down the UFC's offer to return in January and said he is now looking to return after Ramadan in April, May, or June. He believes the promotion likely wanted him to defend his title against Michael Morales.
Ислам, когда твой следующий бой?
Не знаю, но мне в январе предлагали. В январе это, я думаю, невозможная дата, потому что я...
January, I think, is an impossible date because I already had been in camp for 3 months.
3 месяца в кемпе, и мне позвонили.
And they called me in December.
В декабре, получается.
They were like, you'll be fighting in January.
Будешь драться в январе, я сказал.
I said it was already too late. I needed to leave for camp and be ready for January.
Я уже опаздываю, мне надо выезжать на кемп, если я дерусь в январе. И я сказал.
I told them I definitely won't fight in January.
В январе я точно не буду драться. Я думаю, уже...
I think it will be after Ramadan for sure.
Точно после Рамадана, где-то апрель.
April, May, June.
Май, июнь, любых датах. Если
If they want to wait and put it at the White House, then I'll wait.
захотят поставить на...
Until fucking Habib gets in the way of this one too.
Белый дом, то подожду. Если нет, то...
If not, then I can fight earlier.
Можно подраться пораньше.
А против кого, кстати, предлагали?
And who, the interviewer goes, and who did they offer for you in January?
В январе, это же тот турнир.
Мне не сказали
They didn't tell me the name, but honestly, I think it was Morales. That's my opinion.
имя, но я думаю, против Морено, если честно, я думаю так. Но мне имя не сказали.
They didn't say the name. They just asked whether I would fight in January or not.
Просто...
So he's speculating. He doesn't know for sure, but he thinks it was probably going to be Michael Morales.
Спросили, будешь драться в январе или нет.
То есть не Камару Усман, все.
So not Kamaru Usman?
Я думаю, нет.
I don't think so.
Ну, мои предположения.
That's just my guess. I don't know for sure, and neither does my manager.
Я точно не знаю, и менеджер тоже не знает.
Ислам, когда твой следующий?
Okay, so that's the update on Islam. You know, I'm not happy with Islam not fighting in January. Point blank period, guys. I don't know who needs to hear that, but I'm not happy with Islam not returning in January. I'm not happy about it. And neither is the UFC. Neither is the UFC. So I think we'll make him fight in June. I think we'll make him fight in June. I'm going to talk to the matchmakers. We're going to make him fight in June. You don't want to fight in January? Well, then you also don't want to fight at White House. We finna put you on White House. Tell Habib to suck it. Soulless face, says James Pond. James Pond laughing that I'm not happy that he's not returning in January. Shit, I ain't fucking happy he ain't returning in January. I can't even lie about it. James saying, subscribe and like the stream, people. My man James. My man James. Shout out, homie. He says, 0 emotions, minus 50 HP emotions for Islam. Shit. Yeah, Islam don't got much fucking emotions in his face. That's for damn sure. Okay, you guys want to know a controversial question? Islam saying December to January wouldn't be enough time. He's got to start his camp and all that stuff. You guys think Islam is juicing? Islam already popped before for a banned substance, right? Usman popped for a banned substance, even though he claimed there was a medical exemption. Another fighter who's a PFL champion associated with Team Nurmagomedov just got his belt revoked, just got his whole championship revoked, right? For popping on a drug test. They've all popped. They've literally all popped. So you guys think that Islam, you know, delaying his return because he got back on the juice after the fight or what? Or maybe he's cycling off the juice. Maybe Islam's cycling off the juice and there wouldn't be enough time for him to get back on the juice in time to return in January. Because you got to cycle off that shit too. Shit, I was more suspicious of Islam being on juice at 55. I'm going to keep it a buck. I think Islam could have been on juice at 55. But hey, shit, you boys want a controversial opinion? I'm finna give it to you. Shit, look at Tom Berry. Look at Tom Berry. You boys, we got the same fucking minds. We got the same minds. Tom Berry goes, bro ain't fighting until he's off cycle. LOL. Shit, Tom Berry, either he's cycling off right now or he hopped back on the cycle and he got to cycle off before he fights again. It's one or the other. But Tom Berry, I would have to agree with you, homie. I'm going to lean towards that. He popped before. James Pond, LOL. Eric Gould, ain't happy, but also ain't surprised. I mean, shit. Both things can be true, right? I ain't surprised either. I ain't surprised, but I ain't fucking happy about it. James Pond does seem like it. Juice in his beard. Louis says, yes, his whole team is on juice. Shit. Shout out to all you boys. I'm glad I shared that thought with you. Because I agree. All right, a couple more things here. This is some leaked footage. I don't know, you know, how old it is. You know, I've seen some Tio versus Tank sparring footage in the past. I haven't seen this video, though. That's why I posted it. But we got Tio's fight coming up against Shakur, right? But this is sparring footage from, I believe, 2012 or 2013 when Tank was 18 and Tio was 15. Tell me who you think got the better of who. But check it out. Old sparring footage, always fun to look at. Can't make much of it. I'm going to tell you guys right now, you can't make much of it. But shit, worth watching.
Nah. Shoot that right hand, man. Wait, he's hurt, wait.
boxear, tiene que boxear. Let's go, let's switch around. Good. No, vamos. Get out. Get out of there. You got it, papi. Come on. Just remember, let's box. Let's box. Let's box. Pick up your hands. No es nada. No es nada. Vamos.
I mean, Tio landed some good work on Tank, but I think Tank definitely took that sparring session. Can't make much of it, though. James Pond saying, the poll said yes equals juice. Shit, I made a poll, James, so everybody vote up the poll right now. Is Islam on the juice? Seems like all you boys think he is. James Pond also saying, drive safely, people. Just saying, shit. A friendly reminder to drive safely, boys. Don't be like True Silence. True Silence is fixing his life right now, okay? True Silence has listened to me. He's turning his life around. He's turning a new leaf. The AJ incident got to him. Okay, it pulled on his heartstrings. He admitted to being a bad driver, an aggressive driver, and he's changing his ways. Isn't that right, True Silence? Isn't that right, homie? Drop an amen. Drop an amen in the chat, all right? Shit, True Silence changing his life. My man, True Silence. I couldn't be more proud of him. Just go ahead and confirm that with me, though, True Silence, so I can sleep good tonight. Because otherwise, I'm going to be fucking worried about you, homie. What else we got? We got Inoue, you know, defending his super bantamweight undisputed status in Saudi Arabia against undefeated Alan Picasso. Improves to 32-0. He wants Bam Rodriguez next. We all want Bam Rodriguez. Inoue versus Bam Rodriguez. That's what we called out in the ring interview post-fight. We want fucking Bam Rodriguez versus Inoue. That's what we want. James drops the amen in the chat. My man James. Let's watch some of the body work, though, from Inoue from this fight. So nice, we gotta watch it twice, boys. Inoue's defense is improving. Drastically improving. He does still have some defensive holes, but his defense has improved a lot. Body work. Love the body work. In general, I love good body punchers. In general, love good body punchers. Shout out to Max Holloway, the best body puncher in the UFC. Max Holloway, the best body puncher in the UFC. Nobody punches to the body better than Max Holloway. And honestly, Inoue, he might be the best body puncher in boxing. He might just be. I forgot to also mention, Inoue ended 2025 with a 4-0 record. This is that type of like Marab shit, right? Retaining his titles through 4 fucking fights inside a calendar year. I mean, instantly puts you in the race for Fighter of the Year. Instantly puts you in contention for Fighter of the Year. Undisputed at Super Bantamweight. I mean, shit. I think Fighter of the Year right here. Who else done it like this? Who else done this? Retained undisputed status in 4 fights inside a calendar year. Who else done it like this? Picasso was undefeated. This wasn't just some scrub. Picasso was undefeated. So shout out to Inoue. We want Bam Rodriguez next. And everybody new in the stream, let's bring some comedy to the stream. Let's bring some comedy to the stream real quick. Snow bunnies are taking over MMA, boys. Snow bunnies are taking over MMA. We got Phil Rowe with his snow bunny. To be honest with you guys, I always thought Phil Rowe was married to a black woman. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. This one surprised me more than anything. Phil Rowe, I thought he was married to a black woman. It's no, ain't nothing wrong with being married to a snow bunny, but I always thought Phil Rowe was married to a black woman. Okay? Shit, I stand corrected. But we got T-Rex here. I always knew T-Rex liked the snow bunnies. Okay, T-Rex with the snow bunny. Mike Davis with a snow bunny, right? We got the coach, the head coach of Fusion XL with a snow bunny. This guy with a snow bunny. I don't even know her or his name, but this guy with a snow bunny. And then we got the homie in the corner with his rice bunny. Yes, she Asian. Okay, we got homie in the corner with his rice bunny. That's an Asian if I ever seen one. All right, they having a baby together, but shit. Asians are still considered Caucasian in a way. They still considered white. So, shit. Call her a rice bunny, call her a snow bunny, I don't care. But snow bunnies are taking over MMA, boys. James Pond reacting right now. Snow bunnies taking over MMA. Look at Joaquin Buckley commenting. Joaquin also a fan of the snow bunnies, all right? But Trevin Jones, former UFC fighter, saying that's the sister's fault. If you guys remember what Demetrius Johnson said he doesn't like to date black women because in his past experiences, they fucking bullied him. Black women bullied AJ. Or not AJ, DJ. And actually in my interview with Joaquin, I asked him about this. I asked him if black guys tend to get bullied by black women. He says no. He says black guys are usually on some bullshit that the black women don't want to put up with, so it makes them uncompatible. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, Eric Goal. So I guess that's my snow buddy rant. But if you guys do want to see the part of Joaquin reacting to the snow bunnies, it's on the channel. It's on the channel right here. I've already played it for a lot of you guys, so I don't know if you want me to play it again. If you want me to play it, just drop it in the chat. But there's timestamps. Go watch this full interview with Joaquin, hour 42 minutes. We got the timestamp where I asked him about the snow bunnies. You don't even got to waste your time. Well, shit, you should watch the full interview. But if you don't want to watch the full interview, that's fine. I got timestamps on there as well. But it wouldn't be a waste of your time. She's visibly Asian, 100,000%, James Pond. 100,000%. Okay, so I mean, let's just kind of scroll through X one last time, huh? James Pond, did they try to get rid of AJ? The Saudis. I don't think so, homie. I honestly don't think so, James. I think that AJ got a good relationship with Turkey. I don't know. I don't completely rule out this whole sacrifice thing because there's a lot of coincidence with all these stories of sacrifices that you always hear about. I won't completely rule it out, but I just think it might have been just an innocent car crash from a guy who was speeding, not being smart with people in the car. But the one devil's advocate I would say is, bro, like how stupid, you got to be a whole nother, hear me out on this one, James, because you're saying it don't feel right. You got to be a whole nother level of stupid / ignorant to be speeding with AJ in the car. You feel me? Like how stupid you got to be speeding in a Lexus SUV with AJ in the car. If you guys can read between the lines a little bit with that. How stupid can you be speeding in a fucking Lexus SUV, number one? That shit's not going to go fast. Number two, AJ in the car. Like, I get it. You could be stupid, right? But even let's give an example of somebody in the chat right now. Let's say True Silence, because True Silence always says that he's kind of an aggressive driver. So True Silence, I don't even think True Silence will be ignorant enough or dumb enough to be speeding, dangerously overtaking lanes with AJ in the car. Shit, I know you guys might not have respect for your own life or your friends' lives, but shit, you don't even got respect for AJ's life? AJ's life. Crazy. And James going 100% super unprofessional. It is. That's super unprofessional. Super unprofessional. Maybe he was in a rage about something. Who knows, James? Who knows, bro? Okay, let's watch a couple more clips then. Oh, Anthony Joshua was reportedly unconscious for 10 minutes after the crash before bystanders helped him regain consciousness. Devastating. And I believe it. Lexus SUVs are very top heavy. Says Power Play for Real. Shout out to Power Play for Real. James Pond just saying, I agree. Doesn't seem fitting to be driving like that, man. On those roads. No, I fully agree. That's the biggest suspicion. Is why the fuck are you driving like a complete idiot dumbass with a guy like AJ in the car? Like, how stupid can you be? Like, you gotta be, honestly, I'm not even mixing my words here. You gotta be one of the stupidest people in the world. One of the stupidest people in the world to be recklessly driving with AJ in the car. 10 days after his light heavyweight his heavyweight fight against, what's his name? Jake Paul. America First dropping in the chat. Shit, we got America First in the building. My man. My man. Good to see you. My man, America First. Shit, if you guys don't know America First, you finna know him. You finna know him. Main character in the chat, America First. Okay, a couple of things real quick. Let's get through a couple of things, and then I'm going to click on America First link that he just provided. But Tom Aspinall says he had surgery on his eye, and he's coming back to beat the living daylights out of Ciryl Gane. So let's watch it. I did watch this interview this morning. There wasn't much to it. This is like the biggest headline from it. Let's see what you guys think about it, though. AJ was driving, says AJD. No, he wasn't.
Haters are gonna hate. I'm just thinking about my health at the minute, to be honest. I'm not even thinking about any of that stuff, because you got to like take one step at a time, don't you? Plan is to go back and beat the living daylights out of Ciryl Gane. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan. But by the time this is going out, they probably have had surgery on one side already. The next surgery's coming.
Okay, so he combined two videos here. And let's listen to Sneako's reaction.
Help. He's struggling to get out of the car. Like, nobody's getting. And this is the problem. Look, he's one of the most rich and famous Nigerian athletes in the world. He goes and visits his home country. He gets in a fatal car crash where two of his friends are splayed out right next to him. And there's no police coming. There's no ambulance there. Not only there's no help.
I mean, I think they did eventually come. In a timely manner.
He's struggling to get out of the car. Like, nobody's getting a gurney, or you call a stretcher. Nobody's help. They take out their fucking phones, and they start recording him. His countrymen, right? No, he's clearly he's in agony, and this is one of the lowest moments of his life. And they just start filming and recording him. And I know Speed just started his Africa tour right now. I like to stream today. I watched that stream. He's in Angola. But this is the reality of a lot of these third world countries. It's very similar to Haiti. I've been going to Haiti every year for Christmas my whole life, and it looks like Nigeria is very similar. It's just, and see, a lot of people will blame this on, like, there's a lot of circumstances you can blame this phenomenon on, but I completely understand if that's real, but why Anthony Joshua is saying he doesn't want to go back. It's incredible that people. Look at where humanity's going to. This is not even a social media dominant place. Nigeria, I bet like not even, 20% of people even have smartphones, and those 20% still decided to go and film this. The IG story's fake. But if it's real, I mean, if that's fake, yeah, I can see. But also, if he's having that feeling, he's saying he doesn't want to go back there, you could understand that for sure. Put your fucking phone down. Put your phone down on something like this. The fact that, like, that's where we're at now, where people's immediate thought process to go out and record something like this is is dystopian.
Okay, so let's read a few more chats. Were there paparazzi chasing AJ's car from HT? Honestly, I don't know, homie. Probably, though. Probably. I would say probably. James Pond, AJ swapped seats in the timeline somehow. Mid-race, he swapped seats. Oh, James Pond. I think you're trolling AJD up top there. But yeah. America First says McFlurry Fury will say this AJ's crash was staged to be an excuse for him not to fight him. If you know McFlurry, this is exactly what he will say. I don't know McFlurry Fury, America First, but shit, thank you for sharing that. That's a crazy fucking thing to go through to avoid a fight with Tyson Fury. James Pond. Looks like fake acting in pain. He completely fine there. Walks off, makes those faces, then walks off. Maybe he was expecting injuries. Record the fake grimaces. No, James Pond, I think, brings up an excellent point. I would be, there's no telling, right, what AJ's feeling in that moment, but he does walk into the car on his own will. And I am curious, these grimaces, what's hurting on him, right? What's hurting on him? Why is he grimacing? I'm not going to call it fake or anything like that. But he is grimacing and stuff, and he seems to be somewhat fine. So I would just be curious, like what exactly he was grimacing at. Is his back in pain? Did he slip a disc? Is he sitting on glass? Is his fucking leg skidding across broken glass and getting all cut up? We honestly don't know. Is his head hurt? Does he have a headache? Because he just regained consciousness after being out for 10 minutes from the car crash. We honestly don't know. So yeah, man. And then James goes to talk about walk it off. No, I feel you. When I was watching it at first reaction, I was like, damn, he seems okay, but he's grimacing at the same time. So I get what James is trying to say. I just don't want to be on here, insinuating that AJ's milking it or he's not actually injured. But I would be lying if I said it didn't cross my mind. Like, what's AJ grimacing about? I'll be lying if it didn't cross my mind. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt regardless. You feel me? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt regardless. How Koi Wellbeing says you're watching it. Put the phones down while he's watching it. No, yeah, they're watching it and they're fucking filming it. Tom Berry says he looks fucking fine, bro. Definitely has whiplash. Is unavoidable when you stop that fast. I mean, yeah, I hear Tom Berry too. That's why, I ain't even going to be insinuating that AJ's fine or anything like that. There could be injuries that aren't visible to the naked eye. Very true. James Pond, 0 visible injuries, whipped lashes. All right, James Pond, you got the jokes, huh, homie? You got the jokes. Should I like some comedy? Same here, benefit of the doubt. My man, James Pond. Okay, that's pretty much it, though. I just be refreshing this feed, trying to see if there's any more news, but there's really not. We've covered it thoroughly. I'll read one last one. James Pond says, whole thing smells off because of the actions of the driver. I agree. Tom Berry says, absorbing impact would put you in shock. You get internal injuries, vital organs, and brain slams around inside you. No, I get it, Tom Berry. I completely get it. America First says, Fury knows what sells. He's a loudmouth 6ix9ine sausage. The type of guy that will say outrageous things just to get your attention to tune in and watch him. This is why I said he will flip it this way. I got you, America First. This will be AJ's excuse to not fight me. No, I got you, America First. Let's click on the link America First provided. But 1 second, let me read this. Crazy, right? Ngannou won his fight, came home to celebrate, and got into an accident that claimed the life of a very young girl. Anthony Joshua won a big fight, came home with 2 friends to celebrate, and got into a crazy accident, and the 2 friends lost their lives immediately. This is just proof that when you are winning, you should be careful. The attacks double. Ngannou had nothing to tell the girl's family. What will Joshua tell the wife and kids of his friends? While winning, please pray hard. Insane. Tom Berry says no airbag in the back seat either. Tom Berry, I think I did see a white thing in the back seat that might have indicated an airbag, but I don't know, homie. I don't know. I thought I saw an airbag in the back seat though, if I'm keeping it a buck on my end. Could be wrong. Okay, now let's look at the link America First provided saying Roid Boys. Shit, it's a WrestleMania link. 10 WWE wrestlers who quit roids and lost their muscle. Okay, we won't be watching this, but thank you for sharing it, America First. If anyone wants to see it, just go ahead and click on it. You can see all the wrestlers who lost their muscles after getting off roids, like Batista and shit like that. Triple H. It's an interesting video you shared, America First. I thought you were going to be referring to something along the lines of like Team Habib, calling them Roid Boys. Yeah, America First saying the link is just WWE stars after stopping roid intake. I got you. I got you, homie. James Pond saying his neck was fine, but head twisted off sideways, B. Shit. All right, boys. That's pretty much the stream. Unless there's anything else you guys want me to react to. Is there any other breaking news you guys want to drop in the chat right now while you have me? Or will I see you boys tomorrow? We did a decent stream on, coming back 2.5 hours. Not bad at all. Not a bad stream at all. Shit, let's end this poll about if Islam is on the juice or not. Habib's team going the Canelo team way. I mean, straight up America First. If you know, you knew. Or if you know, you know. 15 votes, 80% are yes. Islam is on the juice. Damn. All right, Islam on the juice, boys. Good stream, B. Shout out to James Pond. My man, James Pond. RIP to the men who are no longer men. Shit, James Pond. America First. Canelo blame tacos. Islam will blame... Canelo blames tacos. Islam will blame hummus. Islam gonna blame his dates. His little dates he always be eating. But shit. Canelo's excuse makes more sense. At least he's saying that they feed cows steroids. And it's getting through to him from the beef. Yeah, boys, that will be the stream. That will be the stream. So shout out to everybody who came back, all the returning viewers after a little 3-day hiatus. Shout out to all you guys for returning, coming back. Shout out to all the new viewers, all the new subscribers. Shit, we live every day. We starting a new streak, going live. Shit, we're going to do at least 30 days. I already know it. The last one was like almost 90, I feel like. We went from October 7th to December 25th. That was the streak. Darsilch says, goes to show muscle doesn't cushion impact. Fuck that. America First says, breaking. In a huge fuck around and find out moment, President Trump confirms there was a major explosion in Venezuela where they load up the boats with the drugs. Shit, America First. You already know about that one. AJ might have depression now, B. I mean, he might, James. He might. He's going to be going through it for sure. He's going to be going through it. But okay, I will see you guys tomorrow. Shout out to all you guys for tuning into the stream. Like the stream. If you haven't liked it yet, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I will be back tomorrow, somewhat around this time. We're going to be back live around this time tomorrow. Once again, shout out to all you guys. James Pond, America First, Darselch. I know you joined late, homie, but you should subscribe. You're going to enjoy the streams live every day. All right. Who else I got to shout out? You know, Miata Boy was in here. Tom Berry was in here. Who else was in here? Halcoy, Jimmy Jam almost got me to crash out, but I fucking controlled myself. HT always in here. Power Play for Real. All you guys, thank you for tuning in. Eric Gould, okay. True Silence, Louie. Kevin from Chicago, KW. John Dong, can't forget John Dong. Cannot forget John Dong. And everyone else who tuned in, thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everybody.